I would like to talk a little bit about suicide. Thoughts about suicides are not as unusual as one might think. Many people have thought about it at one time or another in their lives. And as human beings here on earth, we sometimes go through situations which seem to be unbearable or even hopeless. And it's only natural for us to have the desire to escape these situations. And if you find yourself in such a predicament or know somebody who is struggling with thoughts of suicide, allow me to share with you the spiritual perspective. Because that's what we are. We are spiritual beings who are having a time-space experience here on earth. Let's look at what happens before we came to earth. As a soul, we were given the great gift of incarnating in this lifetime to planet Earth. But before we were born, we discussed and planned the basic outline of our future life here on earth. We did this together with our spiritual guides. We discussed what we wanted to learn, to heal, or to give during our future life. This is our future life on earth. And according to our own intentions, we made sure that certain conditions were put in place that gives us these opportunities. You see, our future life was outlined like a riverbed, and the rapids and turns and twists are the challenges or obstacles for our growth, or for service, or for healing. And when we are here on earth, we have to apply our free will to overcome and master these hurdles successfully. So prior to our birth, we have consciously chosen to experience these situations that will challenge us and make us grow. They were lovingly created by us and for us, for the benefit of our soul and the purpose of our journey here on earth. We actually wanted them, and we have wholeheartedly agreed to these experiences, even knowing that they can be very difficult. And in some cases, we may even have made a contract with another soul who loves us very much to incarnate with us, a contract here. So to incarnate with us for us here, for instance here, to give us these difficult experiences, all for our own benefit and growth. Now, once we are here on earth, we don't remember any of this. Any obstacle or problem that we have to face seems to come out of the blue, and we often feel victimized by them. But all these challenges were pre-arranged by us. And if we now would commit suicide, we would break all these agreements. And we know that everything that we do in life has consequences. And in the case of suicide, these are straightforward. Firstly, as we have cut our lessons here on earth short, we eventually will have to come back to finish this class. That means we have to do the whole thing over again. We have to be born again, grow up in a similar environment, and finally facing the very same difficulty that we try to escape from. Nobody will forcing us to come back and finish our class. It will be our own free will and desire to experience the same choice point and making a different decision because we know it will be for our benefit. Secondly, as human beings, we are never given more than we can chew. The difficulties that we are facing are always adjusted to our strength. We may think that the present circumstances are beyond our endurance, but they are not. We can pull through this. As a rule, we are always much stronger than we think we are. Here's our Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we don't have to do it alone. And this is the best part. The spiritual world is only too eager to help us. Whether we ask God, Christ, or our guardian spirit here, it doesn't matter. Everyone is on our side. All we have to do is ask. But let's not ask for a specific outcome, but only ask for guidance and strength. We leave it up to God, how He will help us. He knows the bigger picture and always knows what will be the best for us. Remember the words Thy will be done. Let's surrender to these words. Let's meditate on these words. Let them vibrate through us. They are very, very powerful. Now, the third consequence for a soul that commits suicide is the possible stage of limbo. Now, this is an interesting state of waiting. This is where the soul could be lingering on in the spiritual world until the actual date of the originally planned death, which is here probably, would take place. This can be a very lonely, long and boring time. Do we want to face that? Besides, we will encounter ourselves on the other side, and the energies of all the troubles that we wanted to escape from are still with us. And the fourth consequence is the fact that our suicide will hurt others. They will feel sad and heartbroken. All our actions affect the world around us. Or the pain and sorrow that we inflict on others through our suicide, we will feel intensely on the other side. Now finally, let us look at our present difficult situation. We may think it is hopeless. But can we know for sure that this is true? Think about it. Can we know for sure that things will not change eventually? The only constant in this universe is change, and therefore no situation, even the bleakest one, will stay the same. We may feel like walking into a deep valley, and it gets darker and darker, but eventually we are coming to the lowest point and will walk upwards towards the light again. Have we ever wondered why God allowed us to come here on earth? Our life on earth is a gift that God gave us. It is sacred. We shouldn't throw it back into His face. We are a magnificent spiritual being created in the image of God. And we are surrounded by spiritual beings who deeply love us and are eager to help us and assist us in any crisis. They want us to succeed. They are on our side. Let us allow them to guide us through this period. We will be amazed about ourselves, of how much stronger and wiser we have become once we have passed this challenge. And we might be able to give strength and hope to those who are on the verge of giving up.